Good morning, traders. This is Wilkey with StartupTrading.com. It is 8:50 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, June 5th, 2020. We just had non-farm payroll come in with a huge beat. So yesterday we were just in a holding pattern. There's really no sense in looking at yesterday. So we've been looking at this longer-term chart. We had some resistance right around 31, 34. We only paused there and consolidated for 2 sessions after getting under there. And now if you look where this orange block is, we've jumped over this or above the resistance into this void now. With that number, it's going to be hard to go backwards. So first off, I would look at, just getting back under 34 as a sign of weakness. And we're up around, 50 right now. So that's about 16, 17 points under us. And then, above, we could end up getting to basically 3180 to 3195 without too much grief, as long as we stay above that basically that 35 level, 33 right in there. So as we look at the week that is that we're in, you can see the extended hours are highlighted, the bell to bell are not highlighted. So, but it's just been trending up all day. We just hit that huge beat. This could potentially be a number. If we don't take out this zone on the chart, this basically 31 or 33 to 40 range, I wouldn't look too much to the downside, right? This is probably going to be one of the days that you might have a hard time getting into the uptrend if we continue up, right? So we're either going to continue up. I doubt seriously if we just consolidate all day and really don't test the upper limits of at least touching R4 today for the ES. If we look at all the indexes, the NASDAQ could be a little bit weaker, right? Just because everyone's been in the FANG stops. That's what's holding that up, or whatever nickname they've got for those the cap-weighted stocks in the NASDAQ. So looking at the Russell, another day for outperform. If you can see, it's already touched the R4B. Today could be one of the 7 days a year that you get the blowout. Just keep in mind until you see it happening, play the ones that haven't blown out yet. So the Dow's getting close to a blowout. The ES, I would rather play over the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is still in yesterday's value area. So looking at sequences overnight, you can see that the coming out of non-farm payroll, we could almost start another sequence there and watch and see what happens. But just coming back down to where we started from, which is right around 31.45, would be normal. Starting to go under that towards the 30s is going to be abnormal for it to hold this uptrend. Looking at the NASDAQ again, just weakness. Just stay away from that today. I don't think you're gonna make massive money to the downside short the NASDAQ today, and I don't think you're gonna make any money seriously to the upside. Just avoid the NASDAQ. Looking at the Russell, it just hit targets coming out of there. So again, as long as it holds up above 1487.80. I think you're golden to the upside, and to keep basically probably doing a little bit more to chase longs, or either that if that's not what you want to do today on the up day, which is not usually a rewarded play. It might be a day to sit on your hands and just exit for the day. So looking at the ES again, I have no serious resistance above until we hit those other markers that we've already talked about. Looking at the NASDAQ. And again, I think it's the weak one. The only thing that would get me interested in the NASDAQ if we start taking out the overnight highs that it's had, but it's so weak. It's basically right around support at this 9,600, and really the next level down, if it does break, that's 95.72. So the reward for getting into here for, breaking down is not too great. And this is what we checked off of yesterday. This is what we've checked off of today. This could really literally be the low for the NASDAQ, but again, why do you want to screw with the NASDAQ? Then we've talked about the Russell. There's no serious resistance in the chart for the Russell. We're not going to hit this today, but it's up to 1582.30. So just, trending, looking at other technical analysis as it goes through this void that it's in now. And it's been doing a healthy job since it broke out of it, right? First time it broke out, it failed. Second time, it's going in. So it'll probably be back in and filling probably the month of June into this to hit this 1582, but I don't really see it getting back below probably 1377 before it touches near the top. So looking at all the indexes and just putting a wrap on this, really today is more than likely a day that you're going to have to pay up unless you take out the bottom of this 830 start, right, when the non-farm payroll come out, unless you take out this low and, all of the indexes that are green, right, so everything but the NASDAQ, unless you take out these 830 lows, there is no reason to look for a short today. So keep your hands off the short button. I hope this helps. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday.